Hello, everyone. Welcome to my first installment of the Savage DM Teaches. So today I'm going to show you how to use Gimp, which is an image editing software. It's free, as well as Stream Elements to create your own overlay. Now, I have gotten some images from a friend, and she had suggested throwing them into OBS as separate levels, but I decided to take it a step further, and I'm going to show you how I created my own overlay using these images and layers that she sent me. So let's get to it, shall we? So first thing you're going to do is you want to have Gimp open. Obviously I do have Stream Elements already open. Now I've got my separate windows down here so you can see what I'm doing. So first thing we're going to start with is going to bring in the one image you want to use for your background layer, right? So you got that. So you got your background image, which, as you can see, it's a very nice background image, right? Now, I do not own the rights to this. I'm just using this as an example. So we're going to put that in as our background layer. So you can see over here, it says background layer, right? Next, we want to add, excuse me, our gameplay layer. All right, so this is where we are going to delete a couple things. So I'm just going to enlarge this real quick. All right, and we are going to zoom out. I believe the hotkey is, yes, the minus key. So first thing you want to do is you want to select. See this area here? How it's got a nice border along it, and that's where we're going to put where our game is actually going to go, right? So all you got to do is actually let me zoom in a little bit, and you want to get right up in there in the corner. You can even leave a little space. It gives a little extra aesthetic. So you can see the border, see a little piece of the background before the actual gameplay window, right? Now we want to come down here, and we're going to click and drag it all the way down to the corner, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to edit, and we hit clear, right? And then we're going to go over to background layer, and it's already still selected that area. So once again, we're going to hit clear, and now you see how it's got that checkered pattern there. That means that there's no image there. So when you turn this into an overlay, you can put your game layer in your OBS, Streamlabs, whatever, underneath it in the list, and it will show your game in that area. Okay, so now that we've got that, go back to our layers. See, we got the game player layer already in there. Now we want to do the camera layer. We're going to zoom out a little bit. And now we are going to pull in camera layer. There we go, right? Now we're going to zoom back in again. We can see the full border. Now you're going to want to make sure that your camera layer is on top. You select that, and then you're going to do this same thing as before. Oh, except this one, you want to make sure you get right into the corner on it. There we go. And boom. And then we're going to right click on it, and once again we are going to hit clear. Now because your camera's going to be here and we want this whole area cleared out, we're just going to do it again. Oh, sorry, we need to go down to gameplay. We're going to clear it here. Excuse me. Clear. And we're going to go down to the background layer and we're going to clear it again. Now you've got 2 empty areas. Now you're going to put your camera in this spot here. And your game, you're going to resize in OBS to fit in this area here. Now, she also included another layer, which has my streaming name, as well as a couple little cool images. One being a beholder and another a mimic. So we're going to pull that in next. And we want to make sure that it is above, going to be the top layer, so that you don't have that border running through the beholder, right? Looks pretty good so far. Now there's one more thing that she did bring in for me. Let's see, where is it here? We have a follow, sub, and dono layer. So we're gonna drop that in. As you can see, it dropped in 3 little boxes. Now I'm going to get to how you do that in Stream Elements to put something into those boxes. Okay? So that is pretty good. Looking good. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to save it. In case you want to come back and edit it another time. We're going to call this BG3 overlay WIP for work in progress. And we're going to save it. Now, you're going to come over here and you're going to export it. This, when in Gimp, this is how you you bring over your images you have made to bring them to life. So it's automatically turns to a PNG file. And then let's see, is it putting it in the right folder? Okay, folder streaming scenes, folders game. Yeah, so we're just gonna leave it called BG3 overlay work in progress. Okay, we're gonna export that. You can just hit export. As long as there's nothing that needs to be changed file type wise, it's fine. So now let's see, what do we have now? This is what it looks like, minus the, you know, where it's black is, it's basically empty space. So when we put it into OBS, we're going to be able to put this layer on top. That's the reason it's called an overlay, right? Over top layer. So it's going to sit over top of your game and your camera. And what that's going to allow you to do is you can resize it to fit as best as you can. But it's not a huge deal if you're missing, you know, like a centimeter or 2 of your screen, because it's just going to sit in there and this is over top of it. So let's continue on. What you're going to want to do is first you're going to go to your overlays in Stream Elements. So, you know, dashboard, and then you come down to streaming tools, overlays. You're going to create a new overlay. Yep, 1080p is fine. That's what I prefer to start as, right? We are going to make it, let's say, Baldur's Gate 3 overlay WIP. Now, we are going to add something new. Static, you're going to go to image. All right, so that image, we're going to upload. From here, we open up and drag and drop the image you want to put in. And then you're going to hit upload. Right? Then you're going to submit it. And there you go. There's the beginning of your overlay. Now, from here, you can add other things. Like, for instance, let's go to adding Zoom in, and we're going to go down here so we can see this spot here, right? All right, now we're going to get out of that settings. We're going to go back to layers. We're going to add events. Here we go. So, latest followers. That's the first one. Reset zoom. All right. So, we're going to bring this down. Now you're going to put this in this box. Right? Right. Now, you see, obviously, it doesn't exactly fit the box, right? So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make some changes. Position, size, and style. First off, want it to go there. So it fits just inside that box, just nicely, right? Just like that. Now, text settings. Let's see. Let's go. I like, for mine, quintessential. OPQ. Where's Q? Q. Quintessential. There's that. So since we already got the word new follower up there, what we're going to do first off is we're going to do that. So just the name shows up, right? You can add some effects there, like text scrolling, so it just keeps on going. Personally, I like it just to stay there, but you know what? Maybe I'll leave that. That actually looks kind of cool. I might actually turn this one into the one I'm going to be using. So, as we continue on, give the text a shadow. But you know what? Let's change the color of the lettering, just for some fun. You know what? I kind of do like how that is working there, but let's change the color. How about a red? The red show up well? Oh, red shows up great. What about a purple? Go like kind of a dark purple. Ooh, that's bomb. How about what about a blue? You know what? That's what we'll do. We'll make this one blue, and then we're gonna make our donation purple and the subscriber red. All right, so there's our first. Okay, so now that we've got that done, we have copied the link from the link icon at the top of your overlay in Stream Elements. Under sources, there's a little plus sign, it says add source. You're going to do that. You're going to go to browser. All right. So I already have one that exists, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to redo one. So you're just going to go BG3 WIP overlay. All right. So now you want your width to be whatever you set it to in Streamlabs. So because it was 1080, you need your height to be 1080. And you want your width to be, normally if it's 1080p, it's going to be 1080 by 1920. So you want 1920 in your width because it's wider than it is tall. Next, you're going to go to the URL and you're going to paste the link that you copied. Right? Boom. See, there it is. Now, you see how if I was to get rid of my OBS display capture at the moment, you see how that is how it should look. I mean, I added a few extra things and whatnot, but that is your goal, is to have it automatically fit your OBS window properly. Now, if you look, if I put my display capture above the overlay, it covers everything. Well, it does the same thing with your video capture device and your game capture, which is what you want. However, obviously, if you want to do things like, you know, your starting soon page, I hit it and nothing comes up, right? So you got to have your overlay underneath anything that would go on top that you want to block your viewers from seeing anything else. So you want your BG3 WIP overlay area down here, so that whenever you want to, I don't know, say go AFK in the middle of your game, your stream, you just hit this. Oh, sorry. See, and then that will come up. You can turn it off, and there you go. You're back to it. You know. So you want that way. But if I was to, you know, I've got my camera set up in the area I want it to right now, as you can see in the bottom right corner there, that this is over top of everything, wherever you put your camera, and you don't want that. Not with what we're doing here. I gotta get it back in the right frame. Doesn't matter. Anyways. So what you really want is you want your overlay to be on top of your video, or on top of your game, as well as your video capture device. And with this, you are pretty much done. You can always add extra things, such as what I have here. You know, I've added my sub goals, my cheer goals, my follower goals. You can get things like that if you don't know how to make your own, which I'm not a good graphical designer or coder, so I can't do that myself. So I went to Etsy, or, you know, there's all kinds of different sites with creators that can create stuff for you like that you can then input into Stream Elements as part of the overlay. And then, see, let me add a quick display capture here. All right, so as you can see, in this area here, I've got a lot more stuff. You know, I've got the intro to my stream, I've got the images for when I'm starting soon, I've got the be right back at the ending, and then I've got these other browser sources that work the same way as the overlay, but I've got them on top of it, because if I have the frame, BG frame, above them, you won't be able to see them. So keep that in mind. And I hope this was very instructional. And if you guys like it, maybe I'll come back and do some more about some other things. You can always let me know in the comments if you prefer me to do a video on something specific. And if I have any knowledge about it, I'll see what I can do. Like, follow, and subscribe for more. Peace, everybody.